lightsaber fan, Scarecrow here. I'm going to make a probably vain attempt to show off some of the different weathering options I have for the KR thermal detonators. Unfortunately, these are really hard to catch on camera or film or anything else. I mean, they're highly reflective spheres. So, like I said, sorry about that. But I'm going to do my best. For anyone who's not familiar with these are replicas of the thermal detonators that were seen in Return of the Jedi. Very handy negotiating tool. These were made by KR Sabers out of the UK. They're very high quality. They are nickel-plated brass. They're a little over a pound a piece when they're fully installed. A lot of weight, great feel to them. They make great static pieces, but like I said, these are all installed. As you can see on this one, that is a clean, normal, right out of the crate type look for it. And here, I can show you on the inside as well. Same thing, very clean, new look about it. There we go. And then on, put that back together. Then show the light weathering or normal weathering. This is probably closest to the screen prop. The screen prop was metallized plastic, but it looks like it's nickel chipping off of brass. That's not really possible with these. Yes, they are nickel plated brass, but the plating on them is very thick, which is a good thing. I mean, if you're trying to keep them looking new, that comes in handy. But if you're trying to weather them and just chip it off, that's really not going to happen. And there's a copper substrate under there. That's part of the plating process. That won't allow it either. But what I do on these is physical weathering, chips, dings, etc. Then I come back with some different chemical processes, different grits of sandpaper to not shine off in certain areas but leave it in others. There's also paint work that's done on things like the Panther track on the inside as well. Little paint added to the chassis. Just little spots here and there basically to give it some depth, show some things off. And on this one you can see the brass has been aged a little bit, not weathered, not worn out or anything, just aged, which gives it some depth. I actually like that look a lot. And then just a little bit on the chassis itself to, like I said, make it look like it's got some age. A little bit of weathering on the inside ring as well. Like I said, you're trying to keep everything uniform. So that's how the normal weathering looks. And put this back on. TT to the front. And this is the heavy weathering or relic finish. This one's my personal favorite. A lot of work goes into this. Gets everything that the normal weathering gets, plus about 5 more steps at least. This one has rust effects added. This is actually not rust effects. This is real rust. It has been sealed and neutralized so it won't spread to any of your other props or anything like that. And it won't rub off in your fingers. No worry about that either. All these are sealed up. The center ring on this one obviously is darkened quite a bit, weathered up, dirty, nasty, even went so far as to weather up the white LED holders a little bit, just give it a really aged look. Like I said, there's rust on the Panther track as well. I don't know how much that's coming through right now. See if I can adjust the light. There we go. Shift some light here. I've got to turn that one off here in a second because it reflects so bad, but that gives you an idea. Here we go. And then the bottom weathered a little more heavily, like it's been tossed around, used, abused, traded hands a few times, as Griff from Griff's Custom Sabers would say. I liked his thought on that. And of course, the inside is weathered to match. So this was a steel insert, nickel steel, that I ended up weathering with rust again, sealed it up, no concerns there. Several paint stages on the chassis here to roughen it up. It looked too new. Then some accent painting, things like that. So you can see everything that's going on there. It's a really good look. Reminds me of Vincent from The Black Hole. But I like that a lot. This is my favorite thing to do. I think it adds such a realism to the props. You know, it looks special. All the weathering does, but really the heavy Relic weathering is definitely my favorite. Like I did some Mavericks from Solo's Hold and had a lot of fun doing those. That's it. And by comparison, let's see if we can do something here. There we go. Let's see one. Come on, focus up for me. Of course, my camera doesn't want to focus now. Kill that light. No. Like I said, apologize for it. I'm trying. There we go. Now we're coming in there. So like I said, this is the normal weathering. Still got most of it shine on it. Just normal use. Like I said, it's been in somebody's pocket for a while. They've threatened more than one person with it. Then compare that to the heavy weathering. Like I said, dirty, old, beaten up, abused. Actually, you'd probably be afraid this thing would go off in your pocket. I don't think anybody would want to carry it. Looks like it was sitting in the bottom of the crate in a very bad spot. But this is it. And also on these, I did the auxiliary switch mod, which was something I didn't do on everything. This is a good chance to actually show off some of the sound fonts. This is font 1. And this one's interactive, so, oops, got me hard to hold it up to the mic. Oops. And then you've got, this one is 2. I should show you the, and this is font 3. 2 and 3 aren't interactive. Oh, whoops, I cut it off. Yes, I did. Yeah. There we go. Some of them have quotes on them, things like that. So, again, these are super fun props. I love them. I love building them. They are just a really good time. KR did an excellent job of these. Of course, the collector board works beautifully with it. So, like I said, if anyone would like to have one of these built, feel free to reach out to me. I'm doing the installs on the clean for $250. Weathering, normal weathering adds $100, and the Relic weathering adds $150. Like I said, it takes quite a bit more. So the turnaround time on these is pretty quick. They don't take too long to finish up. Most of it's basically waiting on Shapeways to print the chassis. So, like I said, if there's anything I can do for you as far as getting these built, please feel free to reach out to me. And may the force be with you.